Alright, well here I am, planning on doing a kind of a review slash comparison of the Px4 Storm and the Beretta 92A1. Now these two Berettas are very similar yet different in a couple of different respects. I had a guy ask me on one of my videos which one I would suggest for a first-time user. Well, I didn't own a Px4 Storm at the time, and I had never shot one, so I really couldn't tell him. I just said Beretta makes a good product. But now that I own a Px4, I can attest to say that for a very first-time shooter, my opinion would honestly be to go with the 92A1 or with the FS, the Beretta. And the reason I say this now is because this model and this design has been tried and true. It's 25 years old. The military uses it, different police forces use it, and for a first-time shooter, it's good to get the basics down with something that's already proven, and then go on to get something like a Px4. You know, this is a little bit more durable. It can handle the abuse of a first-time shooter, whereas this, even though this is a very high quality resinous plastic, it's still plastic, the receiver. But let me get in first. I'm going to safety check both these, although I know they're both unloaded, but it's best for, you know, anybody involved. So this is the Beretta. Now the first thing I want to say is that if you're going to safety check a gun, you look at the magazine well. There's a magazine in there. If there's not, it's empty. So now you look at that, we look at this, both of them have no bullets. Safety's on. Pull back, look down the barrel, nothing. Alright, that's clear. This weapon now, we're going to clear. Eject the magazine, clip, whatever. Look, nothing came out. Now we have two disarmed pistols. Some of the things, see, this is my 92A1. I have bought a couple accessories. That's the other reason why I would suggest for a first-time user to use the 92A1, is because there's so many little extras that you can buy that have already been made for this model, whereas the Px4 Storm, it's harder to find certain things like extra magazines and aftermarket stuff. It's just not really available because it's a newer design. But for instance, my 92A1, when I go shooting, I have the Hogue grip that I put on, and a 32 round magazine that is aftermarket by ProMag, and this little fun stuff like that, you know, that they don't offer or afford with the Px4 Storm. Let's get to the similarities of the two firearms. With the 92A1, you have the option of an accessory rail, and also with the Px4 Storm that comes standard as an accessory rail. When you first purchase, let's set this aside for now. When you first purchase the 92A1, it comes with a host of different things. You get 3 17 round for the 9mm 17 round magazines, a cleaning kit including a copper brush, a nylon brush, and then it comes with the brush rod, and also there's a slot in there so you can put patches through, which is kind of nice, and then a Beretta speed loader. And I can show you how this works real quick. I have a couple snap caps here. These are dummy rounds that have no powder. They're just for let's say like practicing and running the system. But what you do is you take your speed loader. There's a little like a dent here. You got to go with the magazine going forward, that in the rear, and it brings it down. Put in a pistol, or put in the bullet. Bring up the loader a little bit, push it in, bring it down, pop it in, up, down, and that's how you load. So it's pretty handy, especially when you first buy them. The springs are real tight. That's just a good quality magazine, if the spring is tight, you want it to be that way, so that way you will have very few jams or misfeeds on the pistol. So this is what it all comes with, the Beretta 92A1. Now the Px4 Storm that I bought, I opted for the 40 cal version, but it's the same for the 9mm. The only difference is the size of the bullet and how many each magazine holds. So this came with the 92A1, or with the Px4 Storm. It comes with 3 different hand grips that you can accessorize to better fit and suit your hand, which is nice. I went for the medium-sized grip, and apparently that's what the majority of people decide to use anyway, which is the one that's put on there originally. With these different hand grips, it comes with 2 magazines, not 3. And for the 40 cal, these hold 14 rounds each. For the 9mm, they would hold 17. A speed loader, and of course the Beretta cleaning kit, which is pretty slick that they include that. You know, I think it's kind of nice that they give you that little extra. You know, so put that over here. Now, those are some of the differences. These are what they come with. Let me get into the similarities now. Both of them have a reversible magazine catch. With this one, I haven't switched it. I figured why bother, but with my 92A1 I did switch it. There's a hole here. If you can see that hole right there, and you're supposed to put something in there and it pops out and you can flip it around, and for a left-handed user. Now the reason I switched it on my 92A1 is because as I'm firing empty mag, and when I want to eject, I can keep my pistol and drop the mag without tilting it to hit my thumb to it. So that's why I did that for faster mag change. But the similarities are that the safety and the single to double action, they have a if you look here, as this is on fire, I'm going to pull the trigger and hold the hammer, and if you can see, this light's not the best, but let me see what I can do. That's not helping shit. Well, double the single action. It has a decocker, so say you were to put in a mag, rack it, and now your hammer's forward, instead of the old way by putting your hand there, which can be dangerous in depressing the trigger and bringing it forward, what you can do is just decock it, and it moves the firing pin. It's a two-stage firing pin that moves it. It's the same as the 92A1. This has a 2-stage firing pin also. There's a lot of different safety features on these two that are very similar. I like the fact that the Beretta company stayed with the workings of the basically the M9, the 92 FS 92A1. They kept it with the Px4 Storm. Also, to break down this pistol, there's a lever on each side here, and what you want to do is pull both of them down simultaneously, which releases the lock on the slide. Push forward with your thumb, it brings it forward, comes right apart. Real simple, real easy. You have a lock block and spring and guide rod. And the one cool thing about the Px4 Storm is that it has a rotating barrel instead of on most medium-sized pistols. You'll find the barrel, as you fire it, when you bring it back, the barrel comes up. It comes up like this instead of staying straight. And I think with this, it reduces the recoil because it keeps that barrel straight. On the 92A1, the barrel stays straight as well, but it doesn't rotate. It doesn't reduce any recoil. But I do like this open the open slide here design. Although after putting a couple hundred rounds through it, it gets a little hot, this barrel here, and you can kind of burn yourself, but still it's better, it's more solid. This is all aluminum frame, you know, so that's some of the similarities and differences. They both have the white quick reference sights, you know, to put those dots together. Both of those have that ability, which I like. I don't ever want to buy a gun without those quick reference sights anymore. I started out shooting guns like single action revolvers that don't have any kind of quick reference, and man, the difference is night and day. So that's some of the different similarities, and differences and similarities. To take this apart, it's real simple. You push and hold down on this button here. It's got a latch right here, a lever. Push and hold, move that down, comes forward, comes off. So the breakdown for each one of these pistols is pretty simple, pretty legit. Now, a friend of mine purchased the Px4 Storm comes in 3 different versions. It's got this one, which is the full size. Comes with a compact and then a subcompact. A friend of mine purchased the 9mm compact, and he's having some difficulties. Well, first of all, I mean, he bought some bad ammo, and when you put shitty ammo through a Beretta, it doesn't want to chew it up. It doesn't want to eat it. It's going to cause slight malfunctions. It says that right in the manual. So really and truly, if you're going to buy a good pistol, buy good ammo. I mean, Glocks are synonymous with chewing up anything you feed them, and the Beretta doesn't do that. You know, it's like an Italian, just like me. It likes what it likes to eat, and it ain't gonna eat something that's not worthy of it. So just buy good ammo, and you'll never have a problem. But he was having problems with stovepiping with bad ammo, and also on his. Now, I don't have any of those problems here, but on the ramp slide, the ramp feed that goes into the barrel, his was chipping, and some of the plastics were coming off, which I guess I don't really see a problem with it. He's not happy, so with that. But yeah, these are some of the differences, and I would say for a first-time shooter, honestly, buy the tried and true. Get used to shooting this, get to know this gun, and then venture off and buy something that is a little bit foreign. You know, at least it was foreign to me. I've come to love it. Now there is one thing, maybe, you know, it's all up to you. It's all a personal choice. One thing I do like about this is more for somebody who's been shooting for a while, somebody who understands and knows how to handle a firearm. The trigger well, you know, on each one, I mean, they're pretty large in general, but on this, it's perfect to drop from position to trigger to fire. That's perfect. I mean, with this one, my finger hits right here, which ain't too much, you know, but so that's just one thing I like about the Px4. It does fit. It's a little bit smaller in handle size, if you can't tell, but not by much, to a point where it'll matter too much. But I like this. It's more accurate. It's got a longer barrel on it. It's heavier, but that actually reduces the recoil of the gun, so you can get clearer shots, better shots, tighter grouping, because you have a little less recoil. You can get a faster volley off. So, you know. But those are the two, and that's my review. I mean, if you like it, let me know. All right.